Hi everyone, I'm Beth from the West Dallas Public Library, and welcome to the last episode in Where is Area 51? All right, so if you remember from yesterday, we have a very intriguing next chapter called Is There an Area 52? If you haven't seen the previous 4 episodes, they are on YouTube, somewhere around where you're watching. You can probably click on previous videos. They're all here. And there's previous books you can read. Last time we did Amelia Earhart. We've done the Bermuda Triangle. All kinds of Who HQ books you can listen to. All right. In 2013, many Area 51 documents were declassified. That meant that the CIA no longer considered them to be secret. There are some people who believe that the Air Force Base is exactly what it claims to be, a U.S. government site where new flight technology is developed. They think that the real secrets may be kept in another location altogether. Where might it be? The Dugway Proving Ground in the Utah desert is one guess. It is a U.S. Army facility that was established in 1942 to test chemical and biological weapons that could transmit a new kind of poison. The property covers more than 1,200 square miles of the Great Salt Lake Desert. It is larger than the state of Rhode Island and is the largest special use airspace in the United States. Dugway has been used as an Army training ground to teach soldiers about desert survival. It is also the home of several radar tracking systems. It is sometimes referred to as Area 52 because of the great secrecy that surrounds it. The area's closely guarded secrets first came to national attention in 1968, when thousands of sheep on neighboring ranches died almost overnight. On March 17, 1968, thousands of sheep were this is the blurb about the Dugway sheep incident. On March 17, 1968, thousands of sheep were mysteriously found dead by ranchers in the area of Skull Valley, about 27 miles from the Dugway Proving Ground in Utah. Over the next several days, the total number climbed to over 6,000. They had been grazing in the afternoon and were dead by the next morning. It was later proven that the sheep had been poisoned by chemical testing at an Army base at Dugway. That's sad. This incident contributed to the growing suspicions that the government was testing more than airplanes in its large open spaces in the U.S. desert. The Dugway Proving Ground was manufacturing some very unsafe chemicals. Armies can use the chemicals as weapons when they put them inside bombs or shoot them from guns. They cause irritation, injury, and even death. This led to a public outcry against the use of deadly chemical weapons by the U.S. Army. It also created a lot of speculation. New theories formed without much evidence about what else might be going on at Dugway. Once people learned about the chemical testing, they wondered what other secrets might be there. There's even talk that the Dugway Proving Ground could actually be a military spaceport for alien craft, a sort of landing and launching pad for extraterrestrials. But if that could possibly be true, where are all the aliens? Most astronomers think there will never be an alien invasion. However, an Italian physicist named Enrico Fermi made a pretty good case for believing in the possibility. All right, blurb about the Fermi paradox. A paradox is when two statements that seem to contradict each other are both probably true. Fermi pointed out that our sun is a common type of star. It has planets orbiting it, one of which, Earth, has life on it. With millions of other similar stars in the universe, the odds must be strong that intelligent life has evolved in other solar systems. If true, then some of those intelligent beings should have mastered space travel by now, and Earth would have been visited by aliens a long time ago. However, there is no evidence, no sign at all, that alien life has contacted us or visited Earth. Fermi's simple question was, where is everybody? If space travel is possible, then where are the aliens? This is known as the Fermi paradox. Fermi created the world's first nuclear reactor, and he won the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1938. Some people suspect that the US government is content to have people constantly guessing about the activities at Area 51. Because about 400 miles away in the Utah desert, they are keeping even bigger secrets at the place that has come to be thought of as Area 52. That's an interesting concept, that they're just like, yeah, you look at Area 51 and, but really over here is where things are happening. I don't know, it's a theory. All right, chapter 10, Area 51, today. There are no fences around Area 51, only orange posts, signs, and plenty of surveillance cameras. Any approaching vehicle is detected by electronic sensors that let the military security know where it is and how fast it's traveling. Guards are allowed to shoot anyone who approaches the site on foot, so don't do that. Although the 2013 documents declassify Area 51 as an official entity, it still remains top secret. Many in the US government believe the need for such a secret space is now greater than ever. A 2010 article in Smithsonian's Air and Space magazine reported that $30 to $36 billion a year is spent developing new technologies at Area 51. Much of it on the classified or black world of secret military projects and programs. That's nearly $100 million a day, every day. The creators of the first atomic bomb wrote the rules for black ops. But Area 51 was the first black facility in US history. It operates completely outside the US federal budget and without budget oversight from the federal government. The laws of the US government do not apply to what happens at Area 51. Some people think this is the most dangerous kind of secret to have. All right, I'm going to do a quick blurb on the black ops. A black operation, Black Op for short, is a secret mission by a government or the military. A black op usually has a double layer of security. Beyond being secret, the black op usually cannot be traced to the person or group who is in charge of it. If there has been a deliberate attempt to cover up the real group or person behind the black op and put the blame on someone else, that kind of deception is known as a false flag. A black budget is money set aside for the most top secret projects, often black ops. A black budget is hidden from the public government employees, and sometimes even the Congress of the United States. Area 51 continues to operate as the testing ground facility for stealth technology that is both manned by trained Air Force pilots and unmanned, including rockets, satellites, and surface-to-air missiles without humans on board. These are projects that we will not learn about for years to come. People who create and maintain Black Ops are very good at what they do. They have been protecting their work for a long time. Even though the Cold War ended in 1991, the military continues to develop sophisticated robotic aircraft, including unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, commonly known as drones. In 2002, the first combat missile was fired from a UAV. These pilotless craft can look for enemies in areas that are too dangerous for soldiers to venture into. They make it possible to fight wars without putting troops in danger. Because it remains such a remote secret, Area 51 is still a great location to test such missiles. The 60th anniversary of the U-2 program was celebrated in August 2015. Lockheed Martin's Skunk Works announced that they were developing the next generation of the U-2 called the TRX. In 2016, they confirmed that the TRX would be unmanned and fly up to 70,000 feet above the Earth. Since the height of the Cold War in the 1950s and the 1960s, the CIA has confirmed that over half of all UFO sightings were caused by test flights of the American spy planes. Because the shape of the A-12 planes was wide and flat with bright silver exteriors, they looked unlike any plane before them. They were impossible for anyone on the ground to identify. Once A-12 planes began flying, UFO sightings increased dramatically. Even after such admissions, the public will probably only ever know what the CIA wants us to know about their research and testing at Area 51. The agency's #1 most read tweet on their Best of 2014 list was, "Reports of unusual activity in the skies in the 50s, it was us." And it only took them 60 years to admit it. But by the time that tweet was sent, most Americans had already accepted the idea that Area 51 was a strange place that just might be the home of all things otherworldly. Okay, I'm going to read a blurb about Indiana Jones and Hangar 51. The mysterious warehouse scene at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark is a fictional U.S. military base where thousands of secret items are stored. Although the Ark of the Covenant is eventually brought there, it's not until the 4th movie in the Indiana Jones series, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, that we learn the location's true name, Hangar 51. Like the real-life Area 51, it is hidden deep in the Nevada desert and considered top secret. In addition to the Ark, 13 alien bodies called interdimensional beings are stored in wooden crates there. By 2008, when Kingdom of the Crystal Skull opened, using the number 51 had come to indicate something secret and perhaps out of this world. For decades, people feared the secrets that might be kept in Area 51. But then movies like Indiana Jones and The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and television shows like The X-Files and The Simpsons made Area 51 seem like one of the coolest places on Earth. We don't know for sure what is happening at Area 51. What we do know for certain is that aircraft designed by Air Force engineers and manufactured by human hands fly there all the time. The airspace is used to test things the public most often cannot know about. The closest any of us will ever get to knowing is a mountain in Lincoln County, Nevada, called Teekaboo Peak. It is 26 miles east of Area 51 and the closest point with a perfectly legal view of the area. The secrecy of the government's operations, the speculation about flying saucers and alien invaders, and the lure of mysterious historical events in this part of the American desert will probably always draw people to Area 51. But it might be wise to go no farther than Teekaboo Peak. All right, that is the end of Where is Area 51? I hope you liked that one. All right, I'm Miss Beth from the West Allis Public Library, and this has been another book in our Who HQ book club. Bye.